Welcome back, everybody, to another Stinkleberry Farmer, and welcome to beautiful South Dakota. What a drive. I was amazed, actually, how beautiful it was. This is my first, I guess you can call it a Halloween episode. I don't know, but it'll be a few days before Halloween, I think, when I put this one out. This spot was recommended to me by a viewer who saw my Big Stone Lake State Park in Western Minnesota, and Hotcakes was their name. Thanks, Hotcakes. That's the first time I said that without getting slapped. Recommended this, just said that, you should check out Sica Hallow, and I think I'm saying that correctly, Sica Hallow State Park. There has been he said people he knows won't even come here, that it might be haunted spirits kind of thing, so we'll see what happens. Right now there's nobody here. Seem to be all alone. So let's get in and check out this park. So there's a payment kiosk. You can do daily or yearly. I'm a non-resident, so it's $15 a day, and because I'm staying overnight, it asks for 2 days. So $30 for the state of South Dakota there, and I haven't even paid for camping yet. Wow. Making Minnesota feel like a deal. Very cool road back here. This is beautiful. Especially with the leaves starting to change. Ooh. And here I am, site number 4. Not very busy here. I made my reservation. There's 4 sites up here, and then there's more sites down there, down this road. I'll drive down there later and show you. The only restroom, a pit toilet, is down there. Very windy. Nobody else has a reservation here tonight as of right now. And I thought this would be a beautiful view just to put the tent up back over here. The fire pit looks like it's not been in use for quite some time. I don't even have firewood, and I don't know even where to get it. I might drive down the road a bit to see if there's something available. Otherwise, I do have charcoal for dinner, and I'll be grilling that way, and that's just fine. Oh, my favorite kind of picnic table here. Room to work. I love it. And as you can see, these are horse-friendly campsites. All of them have the, you can camp with your horse. That would be fun. But not today. Nobody's here. It was quite busy at the other entrance. I don't know if that's considered the south or the west entrance or the east entrance, whatever. I'm way down the other end. Ooh, it is quite breezy. The tent is I'm gonna have to strap that down today. Okay, this was a struggle. We're gonna see how well this holds up. This is the most wind I've ever had this tent in. That's Lake Carlos was probably the worst earlier in the year, but this is by far worse than that. I did deploy. You can play bass guitar on this, it's so tight. And I also did figure out, never used it before, but there's a second Velcro strap in here that goes around this, so it keeps this piece together, which I've never ever used. So I got that on those 2 sides. I did not do these on the outside. There's no need, I don't think. I put weight in there, my clothes, so if it collapses, I don't think it'll blow anywhere. Not a single person. I've been out here for 45 minutes and there hasn't been a single other person out here. Drove by or anything, so that's okay. All right, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do next, but this tent was a struggle, man. Whew. Hang in there, buddy. So let me try to explain a little bit this park. I came in through here. That's where I'm back right now. And it's like a little, about 2 miles winding road up here to the campground, which is the other end. And that's where I am, camped on the hill there. So it's not very big, just this little road here that goes a couple miles. But this is all horse trails, I think, and here it goes around. There's other little trails here. I'm back over here it's called the Trail of Spirits, which I'm gonna do right now. I don't know if you can see them with the GoPro, but man, there's like 100 dragonflies just flying around up there. So cool. I'm gonna take that as a good sign. I don't know what that means. Look at this. They're all over the place here. Designated a registered natural landmark. Historic sites of act of August 21st, 1955, 35, somewhere in there. This plaque was put up in 1967. All right, here we are, Trail of the Spirits. I know I should be doing this at dark or dusk. Unfortunately, the GoPro does not show up that well, so that's my excuse for doing it during the daytime hours. This beautiful little brook here. There was nothing in the brochure about steps, but okay. that was a beautiful, beautiful hike. Wasn't expecting the stairs, but that's okay. Enjoyed it. Only passed one couple. That was it the whole way there. Back at camp, still nobody over here. I always complain that too many neighbors. Not gonna be a problem on this one. Tent is holding up good. I can hear cows mooing from way, must be, yeah, I see way in the distance, in the far distance on that hill, there's cows up there. It's coming all the way over with the wind. Definitely not doing a fire. It's just way too windy here. This is absolutely amazing. I've been sitting here for a while, just listening to cows about a mile away and mooing and coming back to me. This is just beautiful. And when I was up in the Arrowhead in those videos, as beautiful as that was, I just felt like constricted with all the people that were around in the campsites and stuff like that, and really actually was longing to be out back in the prairie area, which I don't know if this is considered prairie, kind of, I guess. But I don't know, maybe my mood's changing for what I want to camp in, and I'm liking the opened areas. I won't say more than the forests and stuff like that, because I do love that, but I don't know. But this is fantastic, and I have this. This is great. It's phenomenal. All right, I gotta figure out supper. That's delicious. I'm gonna devour this up. All right, I'm gonna let that soak for a while and then put it into one of these fire pits, I think. That should be responsible. So beautiful. And that's the way it was all night, and I mean all night. I dozed off, slept till about 1, and then that was about it. When you hear this tent just flapping all night, this wall was bowed in all night as I slept right there. But it held. I commend myself for that. I looked it up on the phone. It's 20-mile-an-hour winds right now, so it's nothing small here. A gorgeous sunrise. Another oddity last night. As I was laying here, I was looking out this way and I saw flashes of light and didn't know what it was. And I looked out and there's stars everywhere. So I looked it up on my phone, and about 2.5 hours north of here, that way, is Jamestown, whatever, North Dakota, and they had thunderstorms last night. So I must have been seeing flashes from 2 hours away, I guess. Is that possible? I guess it could be. Strange. Oh, like I said, she held. I got everything out of there. I just need to take this down and go. I'm not making anything for breakfast. I wouldn't be able to have a flame for propane if I tried. I don't think here. Just fine. A year ago, I probably wouldn't have been able to have this stay upright the whole night, but it took a few trials and errors over the last year with this tent and just learning more about tenting, even to get to this point. And hey, 20-mile-an-hour winds, and I got to hold up. I'm proud of myself for that, and I can say that once in a while. I'm gonna get this packed up and then have some final thoughts probably. Good morning. Easy enough. I'm all picked up, packed up, and ready to go. No way I could have used this even if I wanted to last night. I did check the reservations just as a curiosity here. If it's October officially now, if like nobody comes here anymore, but it's packed this weekend. And even tonight there are 3 reservations on the lower campground down there. So there'll continue to be people here. I guess I'm lucky I got the one day where there's nobody around. And I mean, there's nobody around. Not a person went by like after, I don't know, 5 last night or something, 5 or 6. Haven't heard any road noise. It's kind of hard in the wind, I guess, but this is one to remember. And here is the lower campground. Lots of room down here, you can see. It's a nice private one, no horse one out over there. I mentioned this at the beginning, but really the only scary part of this park to me was the fees. So I'm a non-resident of South Dakota, 15, but they don't go from 2 p.m. to 2 p.m. They go from the end of the day. So they charged me $30 because I was going to be here yesterday and today, which is crazy. But they do have this convenient thing. Just put your card in and you can pay for that. The campground part, I had to go to the reservation site and I made that there. They charged me $10 on that for non-resident, but it was otherwise it would have been $16. 16 would have been great, but it rolled out to be about 50 bucks for this thing altogether, which is quite insane for one night. So I just want to thank, again, I think it was Hotcakes who was the one who recommended this place. I went in thinking, you know, it'd be super spooky, maybe something like that. The trail was amazing yesterday. I can see why, like if you did it at dusk or something, might get that vibe a little bit more than I did. But this was a phenomenal camp for me. I had not even a campfire or anything, but just to sit out there and look at this all by myself with no noise, really gets no better. Doesn't get any better than that. So with that, thank you for watching. Continue telling me where I should camp. This is was a bit of a journey. It's 4 hours home from here, so maybe not quite this far, but hey, let me know if you have suggestions. I'll be doing more in state parks. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate all of you. Whew, it is windy out here. Thanks.